Morning, sweet papa. So I've received an email from an organization called Bold Moves. Now, this is what the woman who founded the organization says about it. We specialize in delivering group work programs on domestic violence, emotional control, and intervention to parents where there has been abuse. We also offer a service to military veterans who are in the criminal justice system. We deliver training to agencies working with perpetrators of abuse and working with female offenders. To continue our ethos of making children's lives better, we are now running a child contact centre to provide a safe place for parents to meet and spend time with their children. So Mama has placed me within the context of being an abuser. So what she's done is she's set up this situation. She tried to do this before with her and I communicating, rather than her and I just talking to each other like adults, maybe doing counselling. She tried to make arrangements for us based in the context of us going towards divorce. And I said I wouldn't do that because we're not going to divorce. And now Mama, and she mentioned this before, she's now trying to make a situation where I can only see you if I'm supervised by another adult. So this is, again, gaslighting. And this is hugely, 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 hugely wrong, because I have done nothing wrong. So what she's trying to do is get me, she's again using you to get me to admit that I have been abusive. Because if I agree to this, then I'm agreeing to the context of me being abusive. And that's just so wrong. All I need to do to see my own daughter, my very own daughter, is to have contact with you, to be able to message you, call you, and see you. That's it. I have not been abusive. I certainly have not been abusive in any way whatsoever. And so what Mama's doing here is framing me. She's putting me into a context, and she's basically blackmailing me to say, you have to admit that you were abusive before you can see your daughter. Can you believe this, Baba? Can you believe everything I've been through to protect my daughter, and now she's trying this? Absolutely amazing. Now, I'm going to give Mama the benefit of the doubt. She probably thinks, I don't know what she thinks, to be honest. I'd like to give Mama the benefit of the doubt, but this isn't the way. It could be arranged through my parents. This is ridiculous. This is involving really serious organizations that deal with, people that may have actually, been to prison for, I don't know, whatever, robbery, armed robbery, or abusing their children, or none of that has happened. None of it. And I cannot accept it. I cannot accept being put into this context. Your mama needs to do what is right. This is so abusive to me. And to use you again against me. She's using you as a pawn. She's playing my desperation to see you. She's using that to make me admit. So as soon as I go to this organization and admit that I was abusive, as soon as I go to this organization, it's admitting that I've been abusive. It's unbelievable what this woman has done and keeps doing. This is my wife. Baba, we need to pray for Mama. We need to pray for this woman to have peace. This is so wrong. All we need to do is have a telephone call. Okay, I'm coming to pick up my daughter. That's it. There's no reason for her to do this at all. There's no evidence. She has no court history. This is for people that are in the court, in the criminal justice system. She has nothing to say that anything that I've done, nothing to, there's nothing, because there is nothing. Why do these organizations allow this to happen? They should say, okay, provide all the court documents to prove that this is the case. It could be done through our church. It could be done through... It doesn't even need to be done, but let's say it did. Let's say Mama just, for whatever reason, refuses to talk to me. We don't even have to talk. She can email. This is so ridiculous. She's a grown woman. She's 44 years of age. Nearly 44 years of age. We've been together for 14 years. I'm so just confused by all of this, Baba. It's so evil. It's evil for her to push me into admitting to something that I never have done. This is unbelievably manipulative and cunning. And it costs £66. So for £66, do you know what we could do on a day out together? So that I would then have to pay this organisation £66 to be able to spend time with you. My own daughter, who was taken from me, I then have to pay to see my daughter. That's £66. You and I could, imagine the meals we could have for £66. Imagine we could go walking and then stay in a Airbnb for the night. And she wants me to pay it to an organisation that suggests that I'm abusive by me turning up to it is abusive. £66 to criminalise me. She doesn't even listen to me to say, this is what I'm doing. What do you think? I'm a grown man. I'm an adult. I'm 44 years of age. I'm not. Oh, heavens above. Baba, let's pray for Mama. So wrong. If anything, it should be the other way around. She knows it. She took you, she abused you. She taught you to lie and steal and manipulate. And she's trying to turn it onto me. All I've ever done is protect you. All the arguments Mama and I have ever had is about me protecting you. Don't talk to her that way. Make her lunch. Deepa, don't talk to her that way. Talk to her calmly. Deepa, let's not talk. This is an adult topic. We can talk about it tonight. Please, not in front of Sinaya. Stop talking about it in front of Sinaya. That's it. Deepa, that material is not appropriate for a child.